Quilty friends, welcome. I'm Natalia Bonner, back with another fun machine quilting video. All right, so today is a little bit of computerized quilting. You all know that I love machine quilting, but for my back's sake, I do try to alternate between the custom quilting that I do and the computerized quilting. Several years ago, when I started out quilting, I was doing a ton of custom quilting. I actually started getting a lot of back problems. So I shared a video a few weeks back where I showed you how I raised my long arm machine, made it a little bit higher, and that has helped a lot with the back issues. Also, strength training, gaining a lot of strength in my back has really helped so that I do not have problems anymore. But the other thing that I try to do to alleviate those problems is alternate. I try to quilt one custom quilt, then one edge-to-edge quilt using the computer. Honestly, it's just to give my back a little bit of a rest. Well, and because there is a need for the custom quilting and the edge-to-edge quilting. Anyways, let's get back to it. So this cute quilt that I'm going to be showing you today is one that I recently quilted for Vanessa of Lella Boutique. And she brought it to me and wanted just a great edge-to-edge pattern on this quilt. So looking over this quilt and deciding, you know that I love heavy quilting, and I kind of wanted something that went with the feel of the quilt, but maybe a little bit modern too. So we chose this great honeycomb pattern. Obviously, like I tell you all the time, I love heavy quilting. So I did shrink the size of this pattern down quite a bit. I actually shrunk it down so the inside of these honeycomb shapes is 1 inch. When I personally am doing edge-to-edge type quilting like this, I always resize my patterns. Generally, I'm always shrinking them down to a smaller size. Kind of my personal rule of thumb is I never like to have with edge-to-edge quilting more than 1 inch between my stitch lines. There's no scientific reason behind that. There's nothing with the batting or anything like that why I choose that. It's just 100% my personal preference. So yes, this is something that I discuss with my clients before I start the quilting. They know that I like heavier quilting and things like that. So before we get to this quilt, a few of the products that I am using. Vanessa did provide her own batting here. So this is a very low loft cotton batting that you'll see. It turns out great, washes up fabulous. There's just not as much texture as you're used to seeing when I'm using the wool batting or even the poly deluxe batting. The threads that I'm using on this quilt, on the top I'm using the So Fine color number 402. So you'll see there's a lot of different colors that go into this quilt top in the piecing, and the color 402 just seems to blend so nicely across the whole quilt top. Then on my bottom, I'm using bottom line color number 624. You can pick up all these threads over on our website, pieceandquilt.com. All right, let's get stitching. So the quilting that you can see here obviously is computerized quilting. This is done using my Gamel Statler stitcher. The pattern, like I mentioned, I did resize it so that it is very small. There's those hexagons, or honeycombs I should actually call them, are no larger than 1 inch between the spacing. So pretty small, but it just creates a really fabulous overall effect. You'll see here, because I am using the Gamel machine, I do have the quick change feet, and I am using the spoon foot here. The spoon foot is my favorite foot to use when I'm doing edge-to-edge quilting like this. It just glides so smoothly over any excess bulk or seams or anything like that, and helps me to keep my quilts really nice and flat. I hope you all find a little bit of inspiration from this fun quilt and maybe use some of the information I share here in your own machine quilting journey.